Hello, and welcome. Hopefully, the sound levels are all right. To ENG's basically.
Not Youth Netball Premier League.
I stopped myself from saying that. Honestly, I just did. I was just like, let's call it draw time. There we go, draw time. The massive draw. This is a massive amount of draws, Richard.
Well, no, big draw
crazy.
for the finale of the ENG 2021-22 season. We've got 3 big competitions coming up in June. We've got the Under-11s National Finals. Then we've got one which is going to be my personal favourite, the ENG All-Star Nationals. Then we have the ENG Under-13s, Under-15 Shield Nationals. And then to cap off a fantastic season, we have the ENG Under-13s, Under-15s, Netball Cup, Knockout Series, National Finals.
And in the red corner!
Right, well, quick story about that. I did a post and I put out, it's going to be a knockout or something. And some people come up, people are messaging me saying, "You can't say that. You're initiating violence." And I'm like, oh, it's just a bit of fun. It's just a bit of fun, people. But I left it on anyway.
Hey, good lad. You're not allowed to get away with stuff, is it? It's like people just like, you're not allowed to do this. It's like, come on, man. Just let's enjoy it, embrace, the winning mentality, the idea of just something can be put out, and I know other people can take things. What's that?
Something can be said, but it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, but people take it the wrong way. And it's like, look, I didn't mean it like that. This is just like, come on, let's gear this up. It's like you wouldn't have a birthday party, would you? And not celebrate. You wouldn't say, "Oh, it's a birthday." Well, let's be okay because let's just keep it a little bit down because some people it's not their birthday today.
Yeah. You know what? That's a good analogy. I like that.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. That pass the parcel thing. Now I know this as being a parent, and I'm sure you do yourself. But actually, knowing you, Richard, you probably didn't do this. But I remember being told by my obviously ex-wife now, but you've got to make sure that everyone has won at least once. It's like, so hang on, you telling me the pass the parcel,
and the birthday kid has to win.
Yeah,
the main prize.
Mate, all the presents, man.
Pass the parcel started many wars, mate. That is a game that could really, if I could do pass the parcel championships, it would kick off big time, I reckon.
Mate, there's a challenge. Challenge accepted. Let's do it.
But
can I just quickly jump in just before you start? Don't forget, people, you can comment. Let us know in that comment exactly who you don't want to play. Are you a parent watching? Are you a coach? Are you whatever? Put some comments down. Let's interact. Let's who's biting their nails. Don't forget to follow us all on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook and TikTok. Are you still on TikTok?
No.
Oh, no, but YouTube as well, obviously, because that's what you're watching it on. But yeah, just if you want to keep up to date with all the information, don't forget to follow FBL Broadcasting and obviously ENG Sports UK. Right.
Cool.
You may continue.
So to start off tonight, we're gonna do the draw for the ENG Under-11s Netball Cup. I kind of had the idea for this competition because the younger kids are, the less competition they have and the less intense the competitions are. So because our Under-12s league has brand new teams coming into it next season, this was a great way to not only kind of connect with those teams, but also to give those teams a little insight into how we do things here at ENG Sports. And I think everyone's relatively enjoyed the Under-11s competition. It's been refreshing. When the older the kids get or the teams get, the more intense it becomes, the more hard work it becomes, trying to keep everyone happy. But at this age group, everyone just seems genuinely grateful of the opportunity, and it's been an absolute pleasure to conduct this competition. But before we start, let's give some insight on the teams that will be pulled out in this draw today.
Ooh.
So I'll give the numbers, and I'll just give a quick bit of information about what event they won or come second in or whatever. So, first of all, number 1, we have Watson Park. So, Watson Park won the Eastern Finals, unbeaten coming into this competition. So, Watson Park are number 1. Number 2, Eagles Netball Club, like Watson, unbeaten, and they won the Southern competition. Number 3, Sutton Town, another team that are unbeaten. I say that because in their under 16s, all the winners had been beaten in the regional round. So the champions here so far are all unbeaten. So Sutton Town, they were probably the most convincing out of all the 4 winners. They won the Midlands final. Number 4, Kingsway Power, they won the Northern finals, which we conducted on Saturday, and it was a hell of a lot of fun. So well done to those 4 teams. They are our champions. I explain the format of the of how it's been sorted in a minute. Number 5 is Hearts Hornets. They come runners up in the East. They lost to Watson, obviously, in the final. Stars, they come second in the South. Ryland comes second in the Midlands, and Kingsway Power under 10s. Just buy a ticket to watch these group of players. I've never seen anything like it. The way they play for an under 10s team is just magnificent. So yeah, they were runners up. No, sorry, they weren't runners up in the North, but we've had a team drop out, so everyone from the North has been bumped up. So Kingsway Power under 10s, you are now slotted in to the runners up section. But
that game between under 10s against under 11s, wasn't it? Was a nail biter, wasn't it?
Oh, mate. Yeah, people are probably bored already, but I'm going to tell them anyway.
Come on.
So our events are very we try and make it as intense as possible and dramatic as possible. And so when the under 10s played the under 11s, like, oh, the biggest rivalry in youth netball, everyone expected the under 11s to win,
like easy.
Oh, easy. Like, the under 10s come out, and before we knew it, it was like 3 points up. The under 11s coaches didn't know what to do. It was just,
mate, I don't know what to do. I'm obviously live streaming 2 courts, right? And I'm looking at them going, what? Both courts were like on fire, because obviously I thought, under 11's going to, run away with this, and I'm like, whoa, man! But all I can imagine is somebody obviously watching the live stream going, oh, I've just got to notice that it's court A's like this and court B. I don't know which one to go on.
Yeah. Well, it was a classic example of, again, I keep repeating myself, but mindset, how preparation, and just the will to win can it just works. And the under 10s went out there with that mindset, and they nearly caused, even though it's an under 11s competition, the biggest kind of upset in ENG history there. So, but they got beat 7-6 in the end. But what a performance! And if you come up against Kingsway Power under 10s, do not take them lightly, because it says under 10s next to them. Otherwise, you'd be in one hell of a shock coming up here. Number 9, AP Saints. They come third in the Eastern Finals. Let's see if I can give some information about. So they didn't start the competition particularly well, but come on strong towards the end, and they beat Turnford in the 3rd and 4th playoff. O'Bridians, another team, very young team. They've got under 10s in their team, and this is a fantastic team as well. They are slick, they are fast, and for such little people, they can launch a ball as well. So O'Bridians, they come 3rd in the South. Little Sutton, they come 3rd in the Midlands. And Leeds Athletic, they did come 4th in the North, but a team have dropped out. So Leeds have been bumped up into a 3rd place kind of ranking coming into this competition. 13 is Turnford. They come 4th in the East. 14, Team Bridge. They come 4th in the South. And MK Netters, they've benefited from the team who dropped out, and now are wild card entry into the Nationals. They did compete in the South. They were beaten in the quarterfinals, but they have another opportunity to take on the very best the country has to offer at an under 11s level. So let's get on with the draw. So
Go on,
how
then.
this is going to work is we're going to have 3 groups. So 3 groups of 5. First 4 teams that are going to come out will be Watson Park, Eagles, Sutton Town, and Kingsway Power under 11s. Now,
What about
most of
Hornets?
these teams, no, only first 4 teams coming out first.
Oh, I need to change the number then. Right, okay.
So get rid of Hearts Hornets for now. They're still number 5, but just 1 to 4.
Yep, okay, I've changed that now.
So most of these teams, because they won, have the kind of luxury of not playing each other in the initial stages. But because we only have 3 groups, one of these teams or 2 of these teams are going to be pitted against each other in the group stages. So they're probably hoping it won't be them, but we're going to find out now. So it's 1 to 4, and we're going to go Group A, Group B, Group C. Then we're going to work our way back to Group A. Sound like a plan, Martin?
So it's going to be 4, 8, 12, and then 3 left over.
Yes.
Right. Well, while you're doing that, I'm going to sit.
Just so everyone knows, the fishbowl is back out. The plastic cups. 1 to 4 going in there. I will one day have my own studio.
1, 4. Hey! What do you mean you'll have your own studio?
Here we go. So if you're watching at home, this is the start of the ENG Under-11s Netball Cup National Finals draw on June the 11th at the Essex Arena. And the first number out is number 3, Sutton Town. You are going into Group A. And going into Group B is Eagles Netball Club.
Right. Okay. Number 2. Hang on. They're not playing Sutton Town, are they? They're going into Group B.
Group B, yeah.
Right. I got you now, mate. I got you. Right. So they're going to be number 2. Right. Okay.
So Sutton Town are in Group A, and Eagles will be Group B.
Right. Yes, I've got this now.
There we go. If you're a bit confused by the format, it's my fault because I gave Martin the wrong information.
He did.
Thought it was a knockout competition. It's not. It's groups, but I forgot to give that information. But going into Group C,
right,
will be.
So we got number 1, 3. Yep. Go on.
Number 4 going into Group C, which is Kingsway Power.
Hold it. That's going into C. All right, I'm just now confused. Right. So Kingsway Power is going into Group C, yeah?
Yeah.
And who was going into Group B?
Eagles.
Yeah, Eagles. And Group A is Woodson.
Sutton Town.
Sutton Town. Right, that's what I got wrong. Right, that's what confused me. I got it, mate. I'm there. I got it.
So that leaves Sutton Town. So we're going to go back to Group A, and it will be Sutton Town and Watson, who will be the 2 champions who will be playing against each other in the group stages. So there you go. Watson will be in Group A. So to clarify the initial games, the initial groups, we have Group A, we have Sutton Town, and we have Watson Park. In Group B, we have Eagles Netball Club. And in Group C, we have Kingsway Power.
Group A was what? Sutton Town, was it?
And Watson.
Yeah. This is confusion, my system. Right.
So let me know, Mike, when you're ready for the next teams.
I'll just quickly bring up on the screen. That's how I've got this at the moment. Woodson and Sutton in Group A, yeah?
Yeah.
So now you're on to Group B, correct?
So now we're going to move into Group B, and we're going to pull out numbers 5, 6, 7, and 8, which will be Hearts, Hornets, Stars, Ryland, and Kingsway Power under 10s.
Right.
So I'm just going to get that up again quickly. So that's that. Martin, my computer's.
Is yours playing up as well? Mine's having issues.
Hold on. Well, yeah. June the 1st.
I feel like I'm doing an exam. This is quite interesting.
Okay, so next up, it's going to be Group B, and it's going to be the first of the runners-up going into Group B.
Right, I get you. Yeah.
So here we go, and it is number 5.
5.
So going into Group B will be Hearts Hornets against Eagles.
Are they going to be against them or in the same group?
Same group, so they'll be playing each other.
Yeah, right. Okay, I get you. Yeah. I thought you meant that was like a V there.
Oh, no.
No. Right, that's fine. That's. Whew.
Okay, next out, number 7.
Lucky number 7, Ryland.
And that is Ryland, and they're going to be in with Kingsway Power.
They are indeed. Group C. Ta-da.
So Kingsway Power, don't worry. This means you will not play your under 10s in the group stages.
No, you couldn't resist that, could you?
Okay, going into Group A is going to be number 6.
Number 6. You sure it's not number 9?
Stars Netball Club. So Stars, you're in with Sutton Town and you're in with Watson. And finally, it should be the Kingsway Power under 10s.
What's going on here?
And they are number 8.
There we go. Sorry. Who's that? Number 8? Number 8 is going into
Group B.
Oh,
and that's Kingsway Power under 10s. Cool. Well done, mate.
Oh, mate. Oh, this is great fun. I don't even know what screen I'm on anymore. Right. There we go. So that's Group B.
Just to give everyone the group so far, in Group A, we have Sutton Town, the champions of the Midlands. We have Watson, the champions of the East. And we have the runners-up from the South, which is Stars Netball Club. And in Group B, we have the champions Eagles from the South, runners-up from the East, Hearts Hornets, Kingsway Power, who were third in the North, under 10s, but they got jumped up into runners-up position, and they're going to be in Group B.
So Group A was Sutton, Woodson, and who was the other one? Stars. Yeah. Just making sure it's right on the system. That's okay.
Cool.
Which I believe I've got. Yeah.
And in Group C, we have Kingsway Power and we have Ryland. Cool.
Right. Yeah. It's up there, mate. It's up there. We got it. We've got
this covered. Time, we're going to start with Group C this time.
Come on, people. Let us know in those comments. Are you liking this amount of group and everybody together and under 10s not playing the under 11s?
So coming up next, we have number 9, AP Saints, number 10, Old Bridgians, 11, Little Sutton, and 12, Leeds Athletic. So here we go. We haven't had anyone hit each other yet who have played in the same competition. So that's a good start. I like that.
Yeah. All fresh.
Okay, here we go. So going into Group C, along with Kingsway Power and Ryland, will be number 9.
Number 9. AP Saints.
AP Saints, yeah. So AP Saints, you're in Group C along with Kingsway Power and Ryland.
Yes. So right, back to A now, yeah.
Back to A, yeah, and in A will be
A will be what?
10.
10. Okay. Oh, Bridgian.
Old Bridgians.
We said Bridgertons then. Netflix series. There we go.
So Old Bridgians, who come third in the South, will be in with Sutton Town, Watson, Stars. 2 more to go.
Dun, dun, dun. There we go.
And it is number 12.
Number 12.
So is that Leeds?
Leeds it is. Yes.
It is Leeds. So Leeds, they're in with Eagles, Hearts, Hornets, and Kingsway Power under 10s. And the final one, which should be number 11, which is Little Sutton.
Number 11. So it is. And there we are. They're placed in the group, sir.
Cool. So we have in Group A so far, before the last 3 teams come out, we have Sutton Town, Watson Park, Stars, and Old Bridgians in Group A.
All right, let me just quickly bring that up for you. There we go. There we go.
That's Group A. In Group B, we have Eagles, Hearts, Hornets. Oh, no, sorry. Hertford Hornets. Someone messaged me the other day. Is it
Hertford? It's called Hertford.
Hertford Hornets, Kingsway Power under 10s, and Leeds Athletic. So we've got a good mixture. We've actually got a great little blend of teams here.
Actually,
in Group C, we have Kingsway Power, Ryland, AP Saints, and Little Sutton.
Oh, got there in the end, mate. Look at that. Whew.
Okay, last 3 coming out.
All right.
So we have 13 at Turnford, 14 Teambridge, 15 wildcard entry, MK.
What was that? What?
Sorry, it's the fizz in these appetizers.
All right.
So 13 Turnford, 14 Teambridge, and 15 MK Netters. There we go. So Group A, your final team in your group will be $15.
15.
It will be MK Netters.
MK. There we go. There's your group. Ta-da.
So that group has avoided any northern teams in there.
I was looking at that going, oh, and then northern, and there isn't, is there? Oh.
The final team in Group B will be
unlucky for some.
13. Is that, I take that's Turnford?
That is Turnford. That is great. Unlucky.
That's a great group, to be fair.
That is, isn't it?
Such a competitive group. That is, for me, by far the most well-blended group out of the group so far. So that's a quality group.
I'm looking forward to the under 10s, man, in that group.
Yeah.
I think there's gonna be some shocks going on in that group. They're gonna be like walking in there. It's gonna be like...
And finally, in number 14 will be Teambridge.
Ta-da!
So Teambridge, they will be in with Kingsway Power, Ryland, AP Saints, Little Sutton. So let's just do a quick recap on the 3 groups: ENG Under-11s Netball Cup National Finals on June the 11th at the venue for these Under-11s. They're going to be blown away. The venue is just amazing. The Essex Sports Arena. So I know some of you are traveling far, which everyone keeps telling me about. Don't worry, I do have Google Maps as well. I do know how far it is. But the venue you're coming to is absolutely incredible. But let's do a quick
I can't stress enough how wonderful that venue is. Staff as well, just a whole presence in that whole entire place.
It's a proper professional environment, isn't it?
And I'm telling you, I don't often do this, do I, Richard, when I walk into a venue, but I actually was like, oh, this is a dream for live streaming. The staff are helpful. They let you set things up, do the way you are. And the nets are just it's a dream, man. Why would you not want to play on this? That's what I'm going to say.
So let's recap on the groups. So Group A.
Oh, sorry.
That's what
I'll do my job, yeah. There you go.
So Group A, we have the champions of the Midlands, Sutton Town. We have the champions of the East, Watson. We have Stars Netball Club, who come runners up in the South. We had Old Bridgians, who come runners third in the South, and MK Netters, who reached the quarterfinals and who are our wild card entry into this competition. But I'm sure we'll be relishing the opportunity to get stuck into the teams in this group. So that's Group A. In Group B,
hey, Richard, Samantha Turner has just said, yes, Hertford Hornets.
Oh, Sam, I'd love to know what you think of your group, because this is a really tough group. Not one of these teams here. It's just every game is going to be just packed full of oohs and ahs, basically. Ooh, ah,
Can't know.
Group B, we have Eagles, the champions of the South in Group B. We have Hearts Hornets, who come runners up in the East. We have Kingsway Power, which we're now saying is who come third. They come third, but now because of a team not competing, they're now in that runners up bracket. We got Leeds Athletic, who did come fourth in the North, but have been pushed up to third, and they're in with Eagles, Hearts Hornets, and Kingsway Power. And Turnford, who come fourth in the East, they're also in that group. And what a group that is. Unbelievable. Full of just talent. I can just see talent everywhere in that group. So fantastic group. Can't wait to see that one. And in Group C, Kingsway Power under 11s, who won the North. Great game as well. 11-9 against Oldham in the final. Ryland were runners up in the Midlands. AP Saints, who were third in the East. Little Sutton, who were third in the Midlands. And Team Bridge, who were fourth in the South. And that is the draw for the competition on June the 11th. Make sure you come along. Make sure you pack out. Let's get like a Super League type of atmosphere for this one.
Definitely.
And let's when the photographs come out on June the 12th or 13th, I just want to see the kids playing on the court and just hundreds of people behind them cheering them on. I think that'd be a cool thing for them. So that is it, really.
Hang on, yeah. Samantha Turner. To be honest, I think it's to be honest. Yeah, any group would be competitive. Looking forward to the day and the girls playing teams they haven't played before, along with Turnford, who they know.
There you go. That's what that thing is. This is what it's about. It's about getting these kids playing against teams outside their norm more often as possible. So when they reach a certain age, when they're going for these big national titles and stuff, whether it be ENG or the England netball stuff, they're more ready because they've got the experience, and that's what this is kind of the initial phase of gaining that experience. So
also they know the players, don't they? They know how they are, they know how they play, they know how they act. It's the teams, the player, because players obviously swap teams as well, don't they? So it's quite a big one, this, isn't it?
It's a big competition. The awards are going to be amazing. The venue's amazing. Everything about it is a star in terms of environment. All we're waiting for now is the kids to come along and put that A-star performance in. But good luck to everyone, and we've got more draws to do. So if you want to stick around, you're more than welcome to watch the other draws. But if not, we'll see you on June the 11th. Make sure you come along, support the kids, and we look forward to seeing you on June the 11th. But mind, if we go to a quick ad break, we can get the.
I don't think I've got any ads.
I'm
sure I've got one somewhere. There we go. I'll whack on the Road to Birmingham. Do you want me to do that one?
Yeah, stick the Road to Birmingham on.
Oh no, I can't. Oh well. There we go. I'll just wrap up. There we go. Woo. There you go, buddy.
Sign me up.
Sign me up.
Hey, Martin, you should see what I've got, potentially what I've got in the planning for next season.
Oh,
it's just going to be. I'm bit not right in the head.
We know that already.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But it's big plans to try and bring something that would push me probably to the absolute limit. But if I can get it going and I can make a success of it, it's just going to be an unbelievable opportunity. But I've got to do a bit of work first to make it happen.
See, this is what people don't always see. I think that we are pushing both of us are pushing ourselves to the limit. I mean, from the broadcasting side, the cameras, everything we do to the interviews, and now you're even going to put even more on.
Mate, this is going to eclipse. This is going to hopefully. The thing is, I've got to kind of get something in place before committing. But if I can, 15 and 16-year-old netballers out there, if you're watching this live stream, something potentially is coming next season that will just transform how you approach your netball next season.
Oh,
a whole new focus is going to be placed upon your age group, and you're going to be so excited to kind of get involved in what potentially I've got planned, but can't announce nothing yet until I do my due diligence and sort stuff out. But I'm hoping I can get it sorted.
Stop you usually, mate.
A bit of a gambler, aren't I, Martin?
Yeah, just a tad, my friend. Just a tad.
If I had my way, I'd announce it now.
I know.
Without doing any due diligence, but I can't.
Mate, why break the habit of a lifetime? Just do it. Just do it.
Yeah, just do it.
Go on. I'm a survivor. Go on.
Okay.
What are we doing?
Under 13s Netball Shield. We have 4 teams left in this competition. These are the teams that lost the initial round of our Netball Cup event, and they've gone into a secondary competition. And basically we're down to the semi-final stage and the final stage, and they're going to come together for a national final. We're going to put on the confetti cannons coming out. We're going to have fantastic medals, fantastic trophies, hopefully a fantastic atmosphere, and they're going to feel like superstars. So we've got number one, we've got either East Riding or Stratford Thunderbirds. That game is still to be played. Number 2, Stars. Number 3, Chester. And number 4, Hertford Hornets, or Newman. That game is still to be played.
I've come down as 16, 17, 18, and 19.
What have I put it down as? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4.
So you want me to change the system to show that as 1, 2, 3, 4?
Yeah, go on, mate. It's it's on the email 1, 2, 3, 4, Martin.
Yeah, but I told you we got to keep the number constant. You have to keep the numbers going through because of the system setup. I would bore you about kilobytes, and now I can bore you about coding. That's what I think I will do next on our next load of travels next year. That's what I'll do. Coding. I'm going to mark that down. Bore Richard with coding information. There we go. Down. Drawn a line under it.
Well, can it be changed then, or do I just have to go off the cuff?
I could, if you give me 1 second. I will try something that might be upsetting to the system, but we don't. Sorry. Yep, I got it. I got an idea. Got an idea. There we go. See if this works. Is that still up there? Refresh. Just bear with me. Bear with me. Bear with me. Why has it done that? Don't worry. I'm on it. I'm on it. Boys on it. Look at that.
There we go. Cool. So this is the under 13s teams, and it's just they're going to play 2 40-minute games on June the 25th. Semi-finals, final, third and fourth playoff. But this is going to be what their initial game is going to be. So here we go.
So this is who's going to play each other, correct?
Yeah, in the semi-finals. So out first will be Chester.
Number 3.
Number 3. And Chester will be up against number 2. Chester and Stars. And that leaves number 4.
Yeah.
Hertford Hornets or Newman. And they're going to be playing East Riding or Stratford Thunderbirds.
There we go.
There we go. Nice and simple, isn't it?
That was.
So honestly. Chester versus Stars. So we got Cheshire Club, obviously, versus a London club. And Hertford Hornets, Hertfordshire Club, obviously, against Newman. They're based in Lancashire. And they'll be playing East Riding, who are based in North Yorkshire, against Stratford Thunderbirds, who are based in, or Stratford Thunderbirds, who are based in the Midlands. So that is the semi-finals of the ENG Under 13s Netball Shield. And now we move on to the ENG Under 15s Netball Shield.
So
again, it's just 1 to 4.
One second while I change the system. And then we should be done. There we go. Should be up there in a second. Reload. There we go. Why isn't it there? Oh, I know why. There you go. I didn't do that. Mate, I did some serious coding here. Look, 1 to 4. There you go. Your job done.
So we have East Riding, number 1. They are from North Yorkshire. Then we have Magic from Sussex. D-side, who are North Wales, I believe.
Oh, and that's good. Nice to see you, North Wales.
Beacons, London. So we've got a good mixture of teams there. This is what a national final is all about. It's about getting teams all around the country competing against each other. So they're going to be playing alongside the under-13s on June 25th after the All-Star Nationals, semi-finals, a final, 40-minute games. Here we go. First team out will be number 2.
Oh, looked at the wrong screen. Number 2. There we go.
Magic.
Magic. That is Magic.
And they will play...
Intensely waiting.
Number 3. Eastside. And that leaves East Riding, number 1.
Number 1.
And they will play, obviously, Beacons, number 4.
There we go. Boom.
Okay, cool. So that is the draw for the semi-finals of the ENG Under-15s Netball Shield. And now we're going to move to the Under-30. This is going to be a good one. I'm not trying to say the others aren't, but because we did our Youth Netball Premier League, we kind of know a lot of these teams in this one.
Yeah.
And we know the rivalries. We know, how competitive it can get. So this is a really interesting draw coming up now. Let me just find the correct number.
The Under-13s Netball Cup you're doing next.
The Under-13s Netball Cup, yeah.
Yeah. There we go. They're lined up and ready, my friend. 1 to 6.
So this is probably the one I'm most excited about because I know a lot about these teams, a lot about them. So let's go through.
I'm just looking at him. He's like, yeah. Woo.
Yeah, you've got them up. Nice one, mate. Okay, so number 1 will be Eagles. So Eagles, they've won all their games, obviously, leading up to this round. They were runners-up in the grand finals of the Under-13s Youth Netball Premier League. They won the ENG Southern Conference. They won last season's Under-12s grand finals, this particular Eagles team. So big opposition there. Tough opposition for anyone. Probably one of the competition favourites. Yeah. Whoever plays them is going to have a very tough day at the office. But again, this is why we're here to do this. Number 2 is CD Phoenix. They are based in Sussex. I think may have been with some of their under-13s today at a workshop, and talented group of players. So they'll be looking forward to this one. They haven't been in the Youth Netball Premier League, but I believe potentially might be coming in next season. 5 Ways Netball Club. They're based in Sussex. They come 5th in our Youth Netball Premier League, and obviously competing in this competition. Kingsway Power under 13s. Not much. I don't need to talk about these lot too much because they won our Youth Netball Premier Leagues in the most dramatic style against Eagles, scoring literally in the last 12 seconds of the game. Fantastic team. They won the Northern Youth Netball Premier League title. So they're looking for a hat trick worth of titles here, Martin. So Northern Conference, they're hoping for. They won the grand finals, and they're hoping to be the kind of the FA Cup style ENG event champions as well. So Kingsway Power's number 4, 5 Oaksway. They come 3rd in the Northern Conference this season. They come 5th overall in the grand finals, and super team. They actually did a really good job against Eagles in the initial quarter-final game. They pushed them all the way to the last quarter. So potentially, because sometimes when you know your opposition, you'd rather play them. So potentially, they might potentially want to play Eagles again to see if they can beat them this time. And 6.
I've still got the offer going on the James 007. use that. I forgot about that, actually. I need to remove that. So that's still up there for a little while. I'll leave it there for a couple more days.
Yeah, keep it up there. Ryland, they are number 6, and they come 4th overall in our Youth Netball Premier League Southern Conference this season, and they were 7th overall in the whole entire country at under 13s level. So some good, solid competitors there. And let's see what we're doing. It's a bit different from the other one because me being me, number one, we had so much upheaval leading up to starting this event, like the threat of lockdowns and spectators not allowed in venues. It was testing. So I just get too sympathetic when teams say to me, "Oh, we need to get back involved," and I'm like, "Yeah, you can come in." So we had an uneven number as we come into this. So what's going to happen in this competition? You're going to have an initial round. So it's kind of like round 4. Then the 3 winners will move on to the semi-finals, with the best losing team also going to the semi-finals. Now, the teams 5 and 6, they will play in a 5th to 6th playoff game, and the semi-finalists will carry on to do the semi-finals and the final. So what makes this a little bit more unique, and we actually did this last season with the under 14s and 16s, it actually is quite fun to watch, because even if teams are losing, they're still super competitive to try and score as many goals as possible, to make sure, obviously, they try and creep in through the back door type of thing. Well, if you want an interesting fact, here's one.
God, I knew you were going to say this. I knew it.
The Berry team that won the under 16s Netball Cup, they lost their first game of that competition.
How
but they crept in through the back door and went and won it.
There you go.
There you go. So a bit of a curveball thrown in there, but to be honest, it makes it a little bit more exciting. So there you go. That's the plan. Let's see who's going to be playing who. Let me just say, if the biggest game that could materialize now would be Eagles versus Kingsway Power. If you're wondering how we're going to do the draw for the semi-finals and semi-finals, basically, we're going to do it live at the event.
Oh.
So coming out first is number 2.
CD Phoenix.
CD Phoenix. And they will be playing.
Is that number 5?
Yep. Who's that?
Oaksway.
Oaksway. Good game there, CD Phoenix. So Oaksway and CD Phoenix are our first round 4 game. Oh, could the Eagles Kingsway Power game come to fruition?
Oh, yeah, I was going to say it looks that way. I like to see 5 ways in Ryland for some bizarre reason. There we go.
Number 3, 5 ways.
Oh, talk of the devil, sure to appear. There we go.
I know there's some 5 ways spectators in this room.
Yeah. Come on, people, put that in the comments.
Oh, I'm just going to read this message because people are starting to message me saying, if you pull out that team, I'm going to kill you.
Well, put it in the comments. Come on, people. Embrace. Involve. Get involved. If you're worried, come on. Let's hear it. Let's see it. Pen to paper. Was it?
No one's moaning at me.
Oh, that makes a change.
I thought right. This could materialize into either 5 ways. Potentially have Eagles. They could potentially have Kingsway Power, or they can have Ryland. So 5 ways.
I won't have Ryland. I think Kingsway. 5 ways in Ryland will be a good match.
Here we go. I'm even closing my eyes. I don't want anyone saying, "Oh, you cheated." Here we go. And the team coming out is number 4.
Oh, Kingsway.
So Eagles, the big game we potentially could have materialized.
Are you saying that 5 ways in Kingsway is not going to be a big game?
Five Ways have just actually created their own business model because they've been on a big trip to Manchester.
Yeah.
Like I said on Twitter, they should turn this into a business model because they went to Manchester. They've set up games with Manchester Funders like Academy. They've set up games with Oldham. They've gone and had training with some of like the Super League stars from Manchester Thunder.
Right.
They then went to a Manchester Thunder game, and it looked like a cool trip, like a really cool trip. And I thought to myself, Danielle, you can just create a business model out of that, like specialist trips or netball clubs. And Five Ways, I've been watching that trip, and it seems like you had a great time. So keep up the good work.
Definitely.
So next out, we've got number 1, which is Eagles.
Yep.
And they're going to be playing number 6,
Ryland,
which is Ryland. So Ryland Eagles. So first versus 4 from the Southern Conference this season. CD Phoenix versus... So the draw is CD Phoenix versus Oaksway, Five Ways versus Kingsway Power, and Eagles taking on Ryland. Remember, losing teams in that initial round, one of you will be advancing to the semi-finals, depending on how many goals you score.
Whoa, I like that. That's good. I like that. That is...
Yeah.
That's that like
I
smile.
like
Look at this smile. I like
it.
So what's in the comments, people? What do you like that idea? Do you love? I think it's a brilliant idea. Just because you're not winning, don't mean you can't succeed. There you go.
Well, I'll do my best next season not to go over the minimum number you need to keep it all even and stuff.
Richard, you say that, but you try and help.
Yeah, I know. Someone will say to me, please, I was late in signing up, and I'll be like, okay, come on.
All right, don't worry about it. I've got this sorted. And then you don't tell me until the day before, and I'm like, what are you doing? How's that changed? And you go, oh, did I not tell you? Oh, okay.
Well, next up is what I would call the big dogs. This is our under 15s Netball Cup. We have 4 teams in this one.
Come on, people, let's know.
So we got Kingsway Power under 15s. They're number 1. This particular team won the under 14s Netball Cup knockout series last season. So they're looking for a back-to-back knockout series championship title, this Kingsway Power team. It also has Daisy Lees in it, who I sponsor. Daisy, if you're watching, hello. Keep up the good work. Winning is fun.
Always.
So
Losing
number
can be
2,
fun too. Honest.
Number 2 is Teambridge. Number 3 is Grangetown. And number 4 is either Kingsway Power under 14s or Stratford Thunderbirds. So that game is still to be played. If I was to pick the ultimate fixture for the semi-finals in this one, it'd be Kingsway Power versus Stratford Thunderbirds.
I was going to say that. Yeah, that'd be a good one. But then again, Grangetown,
they've all got to bring it.
Yeah, Grangetown definitely surprised at the last championships.
They did. They pulled off a great result against Turnford.
Yes.
And unbelievably, they actually played them again in the England netball competition. So it's kind of like prep. It's like a predetermined prep for them going into that one. But they didn't win that one. They lost that one, but they won in my one. Maybe environment is key, isn't it, Martin?
Maybe, mate. Ah,
okay. Let's do
more rivalry there then.
We love it. I hate. You know what? Rivalries in youth sport is disgraceful. I don't like it, and I would never endorse it.
Smiling. See, I mean rivalry as like you see in Formula One. They're against each other, Yeah, there's some like rivalry about the drivers, but they just get on. They're all fine with each other. It's just about that. They won last time. We got to beat them this time. That's what rivalry to me is. The bit about, you know, when like football and hooligan, that's not what I'm talking about. Where you start dissing each other. It's having fun. You know, a little bit of banter is more than allowed. And you know, me and you, Rich, I think we have our fun just encouraging a little bit more. Like,
Do you know what? We said
without
before,
them.
kids will look back on that in 10, 15 years' time and they'll be like, that was so fun.
Yeah, legacy, mate. That's legacy for you right there.
Yeah. Do you remember when Paul played Turnford? Do you remember when this happened, or do you remember that when that happened? It's just they look back on it and think that was really enjoyable. So,
and you know what? They can look back on it. They can look back on it because that's what FBL is all about. Legacy. It's about putting it there and storing it in places so that you can access it in 10 years' time. Even if FBL, I don't know, I sold it to Sky Sports for 50 billion, you know.
You did turn down 10 million, didn't you?
I think it was more 11.5, but you know, I was like, you need to go up a little bit more because you know the money's there. I'm afraid, you know, 11 million. I earn that in a weekend. Come on,
mate. I spend that in a fish and chip shop, mate.
Oh yeah, and you do spend a lot in that fish and chip shop. I do know that. Thank you very much for doing the other
day. Okay, so here we go. Kingsway Power, Team Bridge, Grangetown, Kingsway Power under 14s, or Stratford Thunderbirds coming up now. Here we go.
One. What have we got?
Out first will be Team Bridge.
Number 2, TTNC. I should get a special prize if they get pulled out first, I reckon. All expenses trip to New York.
A 5-goal head start. And number 3, they're going to be playing Grangetown.
Oh, well, that's a good little match. Like that.
Very good game.
Yes.
And we've got the blockbuster we wanted. Well, might not get, to be honest, because Stratford have got to play Kingsway Power still. So it's number 4.
Number 4.
Is either Kingsway Power, who are the England Netball under 14s national champions. So a massive well done to you on Sunday for winning that.
Well done.
And
congratulations.
Or Stratford, and they'll be playing number 1. Kind of the reigning champions, just a different age group. Kingsway Power under 15s.
There we go. But on.
And that is it. We are all sorted for a great end to this season. And information about timings, tickets, and that's it. Will be released probably by the end of the week. So hopefully everyone's happy. And we look forward to seeing everyone in June.
All right. Thank you very much for watching then. Don't forget to put it down in the comments, and we look forward to seeing you there.
See you later.
Okay. Bye-bye, everybody. That was a bit of a quick ending now, I reckon.